Sadly, the end is near for my sweet Mobster, with only one episode left until the grand finale. The recently concluded episode 14 left most viewers anxious about how it would end, and the preview for the next episode doesn't help matter, as JiH-wan goes into his shell, blaming himself for not protecting Eun-Ha. Hyun-Woo took a blow to the head while protecting Eun-Ha at the end of the last episode. Fortunately, he survived the blow and is back at work to end Tae-Pyeong's reign of terror. He's in the process of letting his feelings for Eun-Ha go, but he always gets sucked back in because of her safety. Maybe he'll finally move on when the threat to her life is eliminated. It also looks like Ji-eun has feelings for him, but is keeping it under wraps so as not to make things awkward between them. Her reaction when Chief O suggested the blind date indicates this. Meanwhile, after JiH-wan turns down his father's offer to come back to the Bulldog gang, his father plans to dog him into submission. To unsettle his staff, he interrupts their meeting, indirectly threatening them with his presence. This made some of JiH-wan's board of directors resign, fearing for their lives. It seems spending a decade in prison didn't change Tae-Pyeong in any way, but instead, made him more powerful and devious. He knows his legacy will survive under JiH-wan and not the sly Young-hee. This is why he's doing all he can to get JiH-wan back on board, instead of getting back at him for betraying him. As he told Young-hee, JiH-wan knows how to be diplomatic in getting what he wants, instead of using brutal force like Young-hee. This is why he plans to dog JiH-wan into submission by indirectly threatening those under his command. So far, JiH-wan seems to be falling for his tactics. Meanwhile, Young-hee is currently a loose cannon, as he has no intention of letting Tae-Pyeong bring JiH-wan back into the gang. He aims to succeed Tae-Pyeong, but he treats him like he's nothing. Because of this, he acted without his boss's consent and went with his men to kidnap Eun-Ha, hoping to bring JiH-wan to his knees. However, things went awry because of Hyun-Woo. They ended up hurting a prosecutor. This spells trouble for them and the gang. JiH-wan's father can be seen visiting the police station after the event. What's more, the sly Young-hee had been the one who abducted JiH-wan, the night he got separated from Eun-Ha. If only he knew he was abducting someone who'd take his most converted position. Meanwhile, Miho and LL Young are getting married. LL Young's character has gradually developed before our eyes throughout the series. Miho is a good match for him, as she's direct and not afraid to express herself. The handsome LL Young had been saving all his life for this moment. JiH-wan stepping up as a big brother was heart-touching and commendable. He bears so many responsibilities on his gangster's shoulders. He feels responsible for them because he was the one who convinced them to leave their old lives behind. How he easily got on his knees for Dong-hee shows that they come before his pride. This is why he answered the way he did to Eun-ha's marriage question. His mind automatically puts them first, and that's why he plans to marry them off before settling down himself. However, this was before he met Eun-ha. The dear brotherhood already considers her their sister-in-law. Miho is in for a treat. The brotherhood plans to spoil her child rotten. The way they rally around their own without judgment is beautiful. Miho and Eun-ha are two lucky girls. However, Jae-soo and Man-ho need to be separated from the hip, so our sweet gangster can focus on his love life. To squash their misunderstanding, Ji-wan prepared a gift for Eun-ha but forgot it at the office. With the recent turn of events, it'll take some time before the gift gets to Eun-Ha, as JiH-wan puts some distance between them to keep her safe. JiH-wan must have gone through hell while with his father, and knowing that he would never be free of him, he betrayed him to break free. JiH-wan had been walking on thin ice after his father was released from jail. When he learned that his father was amassing companies owned by former gang members, he knew trouble was brewing, and it was only a matter of time before he came for him. This was why he visited Hyun-Woo at the office, to work with the prosecution once again to nab his father. However, his father moved faster than he anticipated. It was sad to see some of his workers drop him like a hot bag of potatoes at the first sight of trouble. His father achieved what he wanted, by creating division in his company. Because of this, JiH-wan was late going to Eun-Ha. However, he helps get Hyun-Woo to the hospital. Eun-Ha finally meets his father while with JiH-wan outside the police station. Seeing his father, JiH-wan put some distance between him and Eun-Ha, asking her to leave. His father must be there because he knows how severe what Young-hee did is. Knowing that Eun-Ha was attacked because of him, and that he wasn't there to save her, coupled with the resignations in his company, all these came together to become the stone that broke the camel's back. However, Eun-Ha fights for their love, reminding him of his promise to stay by her side for the rest of her life. But JiH-wan believes distancing himself would keep her safe. Because of his father's visit to the company, Thirsty Deer is on shaky ground. Eun-Ha looks for ways to help the company. She meets with Yi-na and Hong-ki to offer her help. Hopefully, Hong-ki and Yi-na will also have happy ending of their own. Meanwhile, Eun-Ha and Yi-na work together to help save Thirsty Deer. Seeing their effort floors JiH-wan. This and Jae-soo's words about them deserving a normal life fueled JiH-wan's resolution. Despite Hyun-Woo's warnings, he goes to save Jae-soo from his father. I guess it's time JiH-wan takes back his name Hyun-Woo, given to him by his mother, and drops JiH-wan given to him by his father. Eun-ha's words about both Hyun-Woo and JiH-wan being good to her, could help him take back his old life. Seems he'll be stuck between a rock and a hard place, as his father plans to make him do something before leaving the gang. Hopefully, Hyun-Woo and the police will arrive on time, like last time. On a scale of 1 to 10, how anxious are you for the next episode? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section below. If you liked this content, give it a like, share, subscribe, and turn on your notification bell for all things wonderfully K-drama. Thanks for watching, bye.